Oh guys, welcome back. From these two pictures, who is your favorite artist? Who has the most hits? Techno versus Runtown. Let us do a recap of most of the hit songs they've dropped. Pana by Techno versus Mad Over You by Runtown. Rara by Techno versus For Life by Runtown. Onyeneku by Techno versus Energy by Runtown. Yawa by Techno versus Unleash by Runtown. Where by Techno versus Emotions by Runtown. Who has the most hits, or who is your favorite artist? Because these two guys have been doing very well. They were dropping hit songs back to back. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're listening or watching this wonderful channel from. This is your Banished Entertainment. Here we bring you of all the trends and happenings in Nigeria, Africa, and globally. For those that are new here, be kind to hit the subscribe button and the bell notification so as to stay updated. Big ups and congratulations to wizkid and Jada. They welcomed their second child together. Congratulations to the Machala himself and his manager, Jada. So much has happened in the country, but let us start from the United Kingdom and come down to our country, Nigeria. British Prime Minister Liz Truss has resigned after 6 weeks in office. This makes Truss the shortest serving Prime Minister in British history. Wow, that is. It's not good news anywhere, but we know the UK, that seat is hot. We hope we'll be having news like this in Nigeria, but we can never have anybody resigning from top positions in this country. We have senators that are still there. They will do everything in their power just to go back. If you know you are not leaving, the best thing to do is to resign. But in Nigeria, not just Nigeria, Africa is an African thing. They do everything in their power just to remain in office. Talking about Miss Truss, we have this news now. Despite being the shortest serving prime minister in the nation's history, Miss Truss is eligible to £115,000 allowance for the rest of her life. Wow, that is huge money. £115,000 for the rest of her life. Well, but Africans will never learn from stuff like this. We have from the news that according to the UK's government, the public duty cost allowance PDCA grants all former prime ministers a yearly allowance intended to pay them back for expenses spent while fulfilling public duties in the role. To be eligible for the allowance, you only have to have been a former minister, meaning Truss qualified despite being the shortest serving prime minister in the nation's history. She will receive the allowance yearly for the rest of her life. Truss resigned on Thursday after a tumultuous 6 weeks in office, including an economic crisis spurred by a series of policy reversals made by her government. When will we learn from the United Kingdom? We go there to school, we go there for medical treatment, but our politicians don't learn anything from them. We have so many politicians in this country who who have done terrible things. They are supposed to resign, but well, they won't resign. What do you have to say regarding that? Don't forget to drop a comment below. And we should remember that recently Boris Johnson passed through similar obstacles, and he had to resign from office. Right now, people are calling Bring Back Boris. Supporters call for Johnson's return as Truss rather quits. People are asking for Boris Johnson to come back to office, that he was ousted by his own party after a string of scandals and left Downing Street just last month. Both supporters of Boris Johnson have swung into action, calling for his return as UK Prime Minister after his successor's dramatic departure. Could it happen? The Times newspaper reported that Johnson is expected to stand in the race to replace Liz Truss, sparking a fury of speculation online. He did not say where the information came from, and Johnson himself has not commented publicly. His candidacy would be a dramatic twist, even in a period of unprecedented chaos in British politics since the 2016 Brexit referendum, a major hurdle. However, will be winning sufficient support among Conservative MPs to reach the final two of the leadership ballot. Well, do you want Boris to come back? And we should remember, we are Nigerians, whether we like it or not. London is still our capital. The United Kingdom is still our capital. That's why we see all our politicians traveling there to receive medical treatment. Whenever they are having meeting, they want a private meeting so that nobody will hear, away from the press. They will go to the United Kingdom. Those who are still serving, they go to the United Kingdom to have meetings, and those who are planning to serve, who wants to become the next president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, they still travel to the United Kingdom to hold private meetings. So whether I like it or not, the UK is still our capital. And this affects us, yes. Truss leaving the office. And that's why I'm asking the question if we want Johnson to be back. The conversation is let us dive into football. We have this breaking news that Eric Ten Hag has banished Cristiano Ronaldo from first team squad after refusing to come on against Tottenham Hotspur. Club statement confirms he won't be part of Chelsea squad, and it's understood rather that he won't train with seniors either. Eric Ten Hag's call. What do you have to say regarding that? We know Cristiano Ronaldo, he wants to deliver the best. He wants to win more trophies. But Man U will not be going for the Champions League, and Cristiano Ronaldo is not really cool with that. There was this word that Cristiano Ronaldo might be leaving Manchester United for Chelsea or Man City, but it didn't happen. And we know Cristiano Ronaldo is about 37, and he has less than 2 years to deliver, and he has been breaking records. He wants to keep breaking more. And right now, he has been banished from playing till further notice. Well, we'll keep you updated regarding that. Regarding this, so many people have dropped in comment. Let me read that song for you. Someone say banishing a legend from playing when you intentionally choose to bench him is a new level of disrespect. Ronaldo deserves better. Another person, as a Ronaldo fan, every player must be humble to the coach. It doesn't matter who you are. Another person, literally top 5 players ever. This is insane. Another person, good. No one player is bigger than the club. Another person, bro, it's destroying his legacy. Please, the comment section is open for you to drop your own comments. Regarding that, also, someone said, the Hawk ruining everyone's chances to see Ronaldo's last days in Premiership. Another person said, I don't get people defending him like WTF. Another person said, CR7, please get out of that shit club. They don't deserve you. Coming from a Barcelona supporter and avid Ronaldo hater. Another person said, as a striker, as a sub, when you are winning 2-0 at the 89th minute, like asking Elon Musk to clean your Tesla windows, is disrespectful to his achievements, talents, and work ethic. The comment section, as I said, is open for you to drop a comment. Some people are supporting Cristiano Ronaldo, some people are saying no, that yes, the coach did the right thing or he made the right decision. Don't forget, as I said, the comment section is open for you to drop your comments. Well, so much has been happening in Nigeria. Recently, the flood has been killing people. So many people have lost their lives, and they've lost billions, not just billions, trillions of naira, because that flood have ravaged. I saw the pictures and video clips of what the flood is doing in states like Anambra and Kogi State. It's terrible to the superlative degree. But we know we are still in Nigeria. As I said, Ms. Truss resigned her appointment because she felt she couldn't give in her best. She couldn't deliver. She couldn't take the United Kingdom to where it should be. We have so many ministers in this country who should resign their appointment, but they won't do it. We're still talking about the flood. The Minister of Water Resources dropped this, that God is responsible for floods in Nigeria. We can imagine that God is responsible. So they are now blaming God for the flood. So nobody should focus his or her attention on the government. That is what this means. And the Minister of Water Resources, Suleiman Adamu, has said 80% of the flood in Nigeria are caused by rainfall and not Cameroon's Lando Dam, as widely believed. Speaking in Abuja on Wednesday, October 19, 2022, Adamu said, all these stories I've been seeing on social media, I just laugh because they are misleading. Well, we've heard it from the minister that God is responsible, so we do not blame the Cameroonians or the dam. What is the way forward for this country? So doesn't mean we keep blaming God. We have issues, we need God. We are hungry, we need God. We want to elect leaders, we need God. And if the leaders are not delivering, we still need God. And nobody's ready to resign his or her appointment. Big ups and congratulations to Peter B. No wonder so many youths have been supporting him. When I saw this, I found this quite interesting. You know, there's one thing about Peter B. He will always tell you, go and verify. Go and verify. You know, that was he doesn't lie. We have so many presidential candidates in the country, but Peter B is very exceptional. For what he has been doing right now, we hope if he wins the election, he won't change. Because we've been seeing so much drama, not just in Nigeria, but in Africa, especially and globally. P2B is benefiting displaced people. When I saw this, I was like, wow, wow. We know in my last video I posted before this, P2B suspended his campaign because, according to him, they need to